About 3 years ago, I decided that I was going to start waking up at 4 in the morning every day. I kept on waking up earlier until I was waking up at about 2:30 every morning. To get enough sleep, I had to learn to get to sleep quite quickly and sleep for a constant time, so I'm not just waking up constantly. I also practiced lucid dreaming, which made me research the topic of sleep quite a lot. This video will include everything you need to sleep well, so I do recommend watching the whole video from start to finish, like whether you're going to watch it today or over multiple sessions. Get like your notes app on your phone or get a pen and paper and just write down notes on the video. If you follow everything, your sleep will be perfect in a small period of time. Like, it doesn't take that long to perfect your sleep. Okay, so the first chapter is why to sleep well, which is quick. It might seem quite self-explanatory, but I'm going to list a bunch of reasons right now. Firstly, you'll get higher energy. Secondly, you'll get a better impression on people because of your higher energy, and also because if you don't have like dark bags under your eyes, I don't know if I have dark bags right now, but I can't really see them. If you can see them, my bad, but it makes a better impression on people if you don't have dark bags. You know, the halo effect, like if people think you get better sleep, you just look better and they will respect you more. You'll be more productive and motivated for life. This again links back to better energy. You will grow taller as a teenager because you grow while you're sleeping. You may build muscle faster because you're recovering better. Your mental health will benefit because everyone dreams multiple times a night and you need your dreams for your mental health. I don't know what they do really because no one knows, but basically like that. Basically, your dreams just make your mental health better. Your memory will be better, so if you're going to study instead of sleeping, like if you just sleep, you'll get better results from the same amount of study. You'll be more focused throughout the day, so again, you'll study better, you'll learn things better in general, and you'll probably do better in the gym too, because, you know, technicality of lifts. More self-discipline as well, because it takes a lot of discipline to actually sort out your sleep, so by the time you've done it, you'll have much better self-discipline than you did before. So now to how to sleep well. Firstly, we have actions. No, we don't have actions, we have attitude. So you need to want to sleep well. So basically just watch the last part of the video and that will tell you if you want to sleep well. Hopefully you've watched it just like straight through. If you skip to this part, then either watch it if you don't know how to sleep, if you don't have motivation, or do watch it because you probably do if you clicked on the video, but yeah, that's fair if you skipped that. The reason wanting to sleep well is so important is because basically it takes a lot of discipline, as I said in the last chapter. You know, you need to be motivated to actually do it, otherwise you're just not going to do it. Okay, so next chapter is actions throughout the day. So your diet will affect your sleep. Don't eat for 2 hours before bed, because if you're digesting food while you're trying to go to sleep, you're basically going to be using your energy to digest food, and also while you're sleeping. If you're a teenager, you're going to be growing. If you're digesting food, you're actually going to be growing less and recovering from the gym less, because you don't have all your energy to actually recover. You're using some of your energy for digesting food. And especially don't eat fat before bed, because fat is the worst one. It takes the longest to digest. It's the most calorie dense. I research for foods that make you go to sleep, or help you go to sleep, not make you. In general, they are nuts, especially almonds, berries, dairy products, and some fruits like kiwi and bananas. And that's what I could mainly find on the internet, because I have researched it before, but not as much. So supplementation, this bit you can skip. So again, it's not that necessary, this is one section. But if you want to supplement your sleeping process and sleep even better, there are some supplements you can take. So firstly, there's melatonin. So basically, I don't recommend taking this one unless you are suffering jet lag or work night shifts. So if you're going to sleep through the day, then I recommend taking melatonin. Apparently the long-term use hasn't been researched enough yet, so yeah, you might want to avoid it for that reason. But basically you produce melatonin when you're going to sleep, or when you're in a dark room. If you're just in the dark, you'll produce melatonin, so when the sun goes down, you naturally produce melatonin, which helps you go to sleep. But you can take this as a supplement and it will just make you go to sleep, really. So that's probably the most effective one, but again, long-term use hasn't been studied enough. A supplement which I do take is magnesium. So magnesium just relaxes you and helps you go to sleep when you want to go to sleep. I take it in early afternoons, when I start eating really. And yeah, you don't really have to take it right before bed. I guess it's just a good thing. I've got because my mum bought some, it's just like magnesium and calcium tablets, so I take some of those every day, one of those every day, not some. I also don't take vitamin B6, but apparently that's good. I've heard about that quite a lot. So if you do want to start supplementing your thing, vitamin B6 is probably a good one to do as well as magnesium. I'm sure there are many sleep boosting supplements out there, but overall they're not very useful, because if you follow the other stuff in this video, you will have pretty perfect sleep anyway. So yeah, unless you want like a bunch of extra sleep, which probably won't actually give you any more benefit, you don't need them. Okay, so next, physical actions throughout the day. The obvious one is working out. So this doesn't have to be strength training, it doesn't have to be every day either. So basically I strength train 4 days a week. I just did it this morning actually, and I'm recording straight afterwards. But yeah, cardio is probably better. I find that when I run in the mornings, like I keep in a lot of heat, so you might actually want to not run before bed. So basically, if you are going to run before going to sleep, you might want to stay quite warm, and not just like, you don't want to run in the freezing cold before going to bed. Just basically, your body needs to cool down to a certain temperature before you go to sleep. So yeah, I'll talk about that more later in the video. But yeah, in general, doing cardio throughout the day will help you go to sleep faster, and doing strength training also will, because you know you'll be more tired physically. Throughout your day, you should be trying to put your all into everything you do. So basically, this will make you be seen as better at everything, because you're going to be doing better at everything because you're trying harder at everything. But it will also make you sleep better, because when you go to sleep, you've been more drained throughout the day, you know, mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion if you did anything physical. But yeah, just try your hardest and everything, as you should be doing anyway, but it will help you sleep, so that's more motivation too. In the day, you don't want to go into your bed much, so basically, some people go into their beds, lie in bed, watch TV and scroll on social media. Basically, if you're going to do that, then when you go to bed, your brain is ready to watch more TV or go on social media more. But what you want to do is program your brain, so like every time you go to bed, you're trying to go to sleep immediately. And that is the most like, you know, that's important. That's what a lot of these tips are actually meant to do. So basically, if you stay out of bed all day, when you go into bed, your brain knows that you're going to sleep. So that's the whole tip. You can go even further and never lay down at all. But you know, if the situation calls for you laying down for some reason, you know, like you're gonna, I don't know, when you lay down, you're gonna play Sleeping Lions. Don't know when you're gonna play that, but you know, if you do play that, don't spoil the fun and say, nah, I'm trying to get to sleep later. You know, if you're younger watching this, just lay down, because like, it's not going to affect you that much. But in your bed, that's the main thing. You know, you want your bed to be your space where you go to sleep. Okay, so actions near bedtime. So firstly, I'm going to go through what you've heard a million times before. Have a bedtime routine. So basically, this could be just like stretching. You know, you could be going to the toilet. You know, your bedtime routine could be you go to the toilet at a certain time every night, and then you stretch straight afterwards. You might want to not tell people to go into the toilet part of it, but that could be part of your routine. Yeah, you do need to like start your routine the same time every night, because basically you want to go to sleep the same time every night. But you know, if your routine is going to take a bit longer, and you're then going to start stressing, and you're going to be like rushing your routine, that's going to make you unrelaxed. So you want to start your routine the same time every night. It should finish about the same time if you're keeping the same stuff in it. If it goes over a bit, that's fine. You need to be going to bed about the same time, so that could be within like an hour of itself. But you do want to make sure you start your night routine every night at the same time, and that will let you be relaxed as you're doing your bedtime routine, and then you get to sleep better, and you go to sleep about the same time as the night before. Now, not seeing blue light for 2 hours before bed, so that one is important as well. You've probably heard of this before as well. You can turn night modes on your phones, and probably computers too. My computer has a night mode, but basically, if you're on a computer, probably turn it off 2 hours before bed. It's easy to stay up on that. Phone as well, but like, I'd recommend turning your phone off maybe like half an hour before bed. Keep that night light on for that amount of time, and then half an hour before bed properly turn it off. Because if you're on social media before you're going to sleep, your brain is going to be active, because on social media you're like interacting with people subconsciously, so you're actually going to be like prepared for a social situation when you're actually just trying to go to sleep, and you don't want that. You want to be like ready to go to sleep. So just like turn off all devices at least half an hour before bed, and make sure for 2 hours that you don't see much blue light. Meditation is a good habit to relax yourself for bed, although the benefits of meditation at night don't actually differ from the benefits in the morning. So, you could do it twice a day, that would probably be good. I struggle to do it once a day, to be honest. I sometimes do, sometimes don't. But basically, it's good, like, when you do it, and you can do it any time of day. If you want to relax for bed, it might be a good way to do it though. If you notice the like military way to sleep, they've got like some technique or something in the American military or something. Basically, they just like meditate and then picture a scene after a bit of meditation, after relaxing their whole body as well through it, and then they just go to sleep really fast. So basically meditation is really good to relax. As I said about melatonin earlier, basically throughout your nighttime routine, try to keep your light levels as low as possible. So basically, if you're going like to the bathroom, you could turn the lights off while you're in it. I don't really, but I just like stretch. As I'm like stretching in my room, I turn the lights off sometimes. Just keep the door open so I can see where I'm going. And yeah, but basically, if your room is as dark as possible for as long as possible, you're going to be producing the most amount of melatonin you can, and that's going to help you to go to sleep as fast as possible. Now, a bonus tip before falling asleep, before going to bed, and for your bedtime routine is to study. Because basically, if you just turn your devices off and study, anything that you look at before you go to sleep, not only will this distract your brain from unnecessary things, which like, if you've got worries in your life right now, you'll be thinking about them as you go to sleep. Whereas if you have been studying, that's going to be on your mind. And even if you're not actively thinking about it afterwards, subconsciously you're going to be running through that as you're sleeping. You're going to maybe even dream about the topics you've covered. That's going to really like back up the information you've looked at, and you're going to remember the information a lot better than otherwise. Okay, now for actions at night. So this is room conditions and how to optimise each one. So firstly, make your room as dark as you physically can. So how to optimise this? If you've got blackout curtains, that's great. I don't. I've got black curtains, and I live in the countryside actually. So basically, there's not that much light from outside. The moonlight actually does like reflect in, and I've got kind of used to being able to see with the moonlight. But most of the time it's quite dark, so it's fine. And you want it to be like pitch black. Optimal conditions, like you can't see anything, because then you're going to sleep the best. If you're anything like me, if you can see your room, you will just keep your eyes open and keep looking at the room. But that's obviously not going to be good for your sleep. You want to have your eyes shut to go to sleep. So keeping your room as dark as possible is going to help you with that. Next, make sure your room is as cold as possible. So basically, to make your room cold, you want to keep a window open if it's summer. In winter it will just be cold anyway, if you're in the UK at least. I don't know what country you're from, but basically if it's cold, if it's hot outside, keep your window open, keep a fan on. If you don't like mosquitoes, I personally get bit by a lot of mosquitoes, so I actually bought a mosquito net. Unfortunately it's just before the winter, as you know now it's the winter probably if you're watching this, soon after it's been uploaded. Basically, I bought a net, so it's not very useful right now, but in the summer I'm going to be able to open my window and no mosquitoes will be able to come in, and I'll be able to be cool without getting bit by mosquitoes, and that's good for your sleep, so do that. Okay, so now make your room tidy. So basically, if your room's full of mess and you don't think it bothers you, chances are it probably subconsciously does, because as you've probably heard, your room is an extension of your mind. If your room's fully messy, you're gonna have a sort of messy mind. It's gonna be chaotic in there. You're not gonna be thinking straight. And as you go to sleep, you need to be very focused on going to sleep. Going to sleep is your goal. So yeah, tidy your room. Basically, that's just what I'm saying. Okay, so sleeping positions is quite personal. It's personal preference. I can't really say one sleeping position is the best sleeping position. Apparently sleeping on your back is the best, but that's only because of facial asymmetry, which I have quite a lot of. but YouTube, because I know, has kind of pointed out for me, because of like, I see, you know, my face one way on Snapchat, face another way on the camera. But basically, if you sleep on side to side, which I do, your face might not be as symmetrical as if you sleep on your back. I've personally struggled to sleep on my back. I've got used to it. Like, I can lay down on my back comfortably now, and I can breathe when I'm on my back. But all of my head goes to the back of all of my blood goes to the back of my head, and then I feel uncomfortable. I want to like get my blood moving around in my head. So I don't personally like it, or at least I don't like staying in one position all night. But if you can, sleeping on your back is technically the best, if you care about facial asymmetry, which you probably do, because everyone kind of cares. Okay, so now the mental side of sleeping. So as you sleep, this is what you're going to want to think about, because there is a right answer to what you should think about as you're going to sleep. So basically, you want to run through your entire day, and whenever anything didn't go like exactly as you wanted it, or as best you could have imagined it to go even better, or go perfectly, run through your entire day as if it were like your dream life. And just, you know, if you go to school, by the way, I'm making a lot of school references. I'm actually 16. I don't know if you can even see the beard much here, but like, I probably still don't look 16, but I'm in school. Okay, so that's why I'm talking about school a lot, so I'm not just being a bit weird. Anyway, here's exactly, you want to run through your entire day, like start to finish, but it's just perfect. Everything goes your way exactly. And what this is going to do, firstly, it's going to put you in a good mood, so you're going to feel quite happy if your day's been perfect. Your brain can't tell the difference between what's real and what you imagine. So if you like visualize something, your brain thinks it's real. And also, like, as your brain like you do this day to day, your brain starts to expect your day to go like your imaginary days go. So basically, you're going to be looking out for things similar. Let's say in your imaginary day you get loads of like business deals or something. In your actual day, you're going to be looking out for business deals all the time, because you know you get them every day, even though you don't actually, but your brain thinks you do. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, then I can make a whole video on that if you want. Just comment it. If you don't comment it, I probably won't. Like, last video I talked about making a sleep video, and I've made it, even if no one commented, to make a sleep video, because it's a good video. Okay, after you've done that, you shouldn't think about your actual life. You should think about just imaginary scenarios. Not too like, not too energy taking, you know. You don't want to be like focusing on it too much. You just want to be like, it's like daydreaming really, but it's like sleep dreaming, you know. That's why it's called dreaming. But yeah, you don't want to be thinking about your actual life, because that's going to make you a bit like, that's going to keep you awake. You're going to be thinking about it too much. You're going to be too invested in it. Like, so you think about your actual life as an imaginary life at the start, but that's going to keep you awake. And then when you actually go to think about imaginary stuff, that's when you fall asleep. A good way to improve your skill at falling asleep is meditation. As I said, the military technique is literally just that. So you can do it in the mornings, and that will give you the same benefit, as the more focus and the more mental discipline actually will make you a lot better at falling asleep. So yeah, I recommend starting doing that. As I said, I don't personally follow it that well, but I do try to, and I recommend you try to as well. I just sometimes don't find the time to. Okay, so for the last chapter, this is how you get the results of your sleep in your real life. So, step 1 is caffeine. In the last video, if you're a teenager and you go to the gym, and you're a guy or a girl, but if you're a girl who wants to grow taller, or you're a guy, because I know if you're a guy you want to grow taller, basically, unless you're like 6'8", otherwise you probably want to grow taller. If you're a guy in that category, watch the last video I did before watching it, or not before watching this, after watching this, watch the last video I did, and don't take a note of this one bit, because caffeine basically will make you grow for longer. So you want to drink caffeine if you're going through puberty and you're trying to grow taller, but otherwise it's bad for your energy. So if you're just a normal person, or you don't want to grow taller, don't drink caffeine, it's bad. I'm personally not even drinking caffeine, even though I'm 16. I just don't really like care as much about height than energy. Like, you know, energy is going to be more beneficial to me, you know. I'm trying to grow this channel, which you could help with, you know. You could press like, press to subscribe. Or actually saw the other day, I don't know if this works right, so bear with me if this doesn't work. But I was watching a tutorial on programming, and the guy said subscribe, and the button like lit up with like RGB around it. So if that works, just like you don't have to press anything, just like subscribe, and it should like light up. That's pretty cool, I thought. So yeah, if it doesn't, then my bad, I just wasted your time. But yeah, anyway, why caffeine gives you less energy overall is because it makes you feel like you're not tired when you're actually tired. So if you're tired, obviously it's not going to be good. That means you haven't slept enough, and later you're going to get tired again, even if your caffeine decides to like cover up the fact that you're tired and like make you feel like you're not tired. If you're actually tired, you're going to be tired later, and that's not going to be good for you. You're not going to be productive all day. You might be a bit more productive in the morning. In the afternoon you won't be as productive. It will make your sleep quality worse. So next day you'll have to be on more caffeine, which is just going to be bad. So basically, don't have too much caffeine. Don't have caffeine at all if you can help it, or unless you're in the past category. Your attitude throughout the day should be positive. So as I talked about in one video that I made, which was how to have unlimited energy. So that was actually a remake of a video I made almost a year ago. I've been making these videos for a while, but the first video was dreadful. I don't think I'm going to play a clip from it. It was just like, no, I'm going to play a clip from it right now. Most people go through their day-to-day lives exhausted and just trying to make it through to the end of the day. If that's you, then you need to watch this video. It's almost impossible for the average person to get a good amount of sleep. So as you've watched that clip, it was terrible. And then the second video still got like 3 views, but it's how to have unlimited energy. I swear the content's actually good. I'm going to tell you one of the parts from it now. So basically, the way to feel happy and to feel full of energy is to be positive. If you are thinking positive things, you're going to feel good. Think about it like, if you feel good, you feel positive. If you feel positive, you're going to have positive thoughts. But if you have positive thoughts, you're going to feel positive. So basically, you want to be thinking about positive things all day, and that's basically it. But like in the video I went into more detail, so if you want to watch that, also watch it. Just press on my channel. I've only got a few videos up because I unlisted all my really old ones, which were terrible. You need to feel purposeful for throughout each day, because otherwise you're just not going to have the energy. You're not going to be able to put your all into everything, as I said in one of the earlier tips, if you have actually been watching the whole thing. So basically, you need like a purpose. I also made a video on how to have a purpose. It's not called that, it's called Why You Feel Lost on Self-Improvement. You don't have to be on self-improvement to watch it, just like, it will give you a purpose really. It will just tell you need a purpose, tell you how to find one. I can't really go into detail on how to find a purpose right now. That whole video is on it, it's like 10 minutes. So if you want to watch that, also press on my channel. I'm plugging my channel like loads right now, but I've got explanations for everything, for a lot of things, not everything. So actions that give you more energy are exercising and smiling. So basically, as you can see, I'm smiling right now and I have more energy because of it. It's actually 6:46 in the morning, so it's not early. I've been up for quite a while though. I went to bed at 9:30 last night though, so get a lot of sleep. Basically, smile a lot. Smiling is going to make you more happy as well. Happiness, positive thoughts, more energy. As I said, smiling and energy basically correlate because of that. And exercise, because exercise is raise your testosterone. Even if you're a woman, you still have testosterone. Testosterone will still give you energy. You might not want to be a very masculine woman. If you are a woman, if you do, then that's fine. But if you don't, then it won't make you hyper masculine just having slightly higher testosterone. It will just give you more energy. And and also just other things in general. It will give you endorphins and stuff. Again, I think that's the right thing. I don't even study biology that much. I just have heard these things. I know the bro science behind it all, not the actual science. But it will give you a bunch of unless it comes to growth, then I know the actual science, because as I talked about in the last video, the endorphins and stuff, a bunch of stuff like dopamine, serotonin, will be released when exercising, cardio or weight training. So do those and you'll have more energy. Anyway, that's a lot for the video. If you want an in-depth guide on literally anything, like I can study a lot for you, so leave a comment on it. I do have a lot of stuff which like I personally have studied a lot, so I will actually make more guides on those things in the future. But if you want something in particular, which like it doesn't matter if I have studied it in the past, you know, I might not be the best at it, but I'll research it and become pretty good at it while also working on videos that I am really good at or know a lot about. And yeah, so if you want a video, comment, and if you want to help me out, leave a like, that would be nice. So yeah, have a good day. That's it for the video. I waited at the wrong point, so I've now just ruined it, haven't I? But have a good day, and that's it for the video. Goodbye.